If you have clicked on this video, today's your lucky day. This is the only video you will ever need to become the most magnetic you have ever been. I'm not kidding. These principles I'm going to share with you today will have people turn their heads. Your energy will introduce you before you even speak in a room. You may want to be careful with this because people may become slightly obsessed with you. So use with caution. Don't say I didn't warn you. If you watch this video until the end, you will become unrecognizable and you will want to stay until the end because I have a little surprise for you at the end of this video. First of all, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Lisa. On this channel, we talk everything manifestation, femininity, personal development, just growing into the most magnetic, beautiful, healed, rich, wealthy human ever. So if that speaks to you and you're new here, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos. By the way, probably by the time you're watching this video, we have already surpassed 800,000 subscribers. Guys, 800,000 of you. I remember when that used to feel like so out of reach, and now we're here. So I just want to thank each and every one of you for your support. It means the world to me, whether you are just tuning in and finding me today, or whether you have been with me from the beginning or somewhere in between. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. On to how to become your most magnetic self. I want to preface this video by saying that I wasn't born with a role model who taught me these things. I am self-taught, self-made in so many ways, and this is why I'm so passionate about femininity, sisterhood. I want this place to be a place where you can come and just learn how to honor your feminine energy, learn how to use your magnetic essence as a woman, because when we step into our true essence and becoming magnetic, the world around you will shift. People will treat you differently. Doors will open for you. Life becomes so much easier and so much more peaceful. You'll just hold so much more grace in your life as well. So even if right now you don't feel like the most magnetic person, that is completely fine because you can learn these things. So in this video, you will learn a secret hack that has absolutely transformed my magnetism, a simple energy shift that you can do right now that works instantly, body language hacks to be the most magnetic, how to always be calm in every situation, and how to use the natural energies that you were born with to embody more of your magnetic essence. This is also one of my favorites, so stay to the end. So my first one is having high self-worth and high standards. And so this is not something that you can fake. You either have a high self-worth and strong boundaries, or you don't. People, especially women who have a high self-worth and high standards, they carry themselves differently. They won't respond to certain things. You having that high self-worth will literally make people treat you differently and see you as from a different lens as well, because when you truly embody this, people will treat you different, which leads me to my next one is boundaries. Again, boundaries, they can be verbal, they can be spoken, they can be explicit, but they are also internal, and internal boundaries are, in my opinion, even more important because they're the boundaries that you truly embody. An example I can give you is, how is it that, let's say there are two people that work at customer service. One girl always has very calm customers and nice customers on the phone, and the other one always gets the super angry and demanding and furious customer on the phone, right? So why is that? Why does one person never get the angry customers and the second one always does? It's because of internal unspoken boundaries. People unconsciously pick up on your field. They unconsciously know what is okay, how far, and people will always test you how far they can take it with you and what is a big no-no. So people will naturally respect you based on your internal boundaries. If you are someone who is used to like constantly over giving, and people always come to you for advice, they always come to you to get something, like they always seem to want something for you, it's likely because you were taught to self-abandon in early childhood. Like in order to receive love, you had to self-abandon and you had to always be there for others. So you kind of carry that into adulthood. But that doesn't mean that you can't change that. You can set those internal boundaries and say, I am no longer available for that. And it may take a little while to like truly embody that, but those people won't be attracted to you anymore because they subconsciously will sense that this is not, they can't do that with you. And then there's also explicit boundaries. If you can share your boundaries with someone, you can clearly say, hey, I am not available for that. It's your choice. Like whether you want to just show someone your boundaries, you don't even have to explain yourself, you can just go silent, for example, or whether you want to openly share like, hey, this does not feel aligned for me, this is where I draw the line in the sand. Next one that will make you so magnetic is body language. Body language is how we communicate. 95% of our communication is body language. It's expressions on your face, it's how you sit, it's how you move your hands, it's where you look, it's how you touch other people, it's how you walk, it's how you flip your hair. There are so many ways that you can just look more magnetic. For example, if you are like constantly like slouching, like sitting like this, it's not a magnetic posture. You want to have good posture, you want to have presence in your posture, and again, don't overdo it, right? Like I sit here and I'm relaxed, but I'm not slouching, right? I have presence, but I'm not like slouching. Another way that you can show magnetism and elegance is, especially if you're on a date with a man, is just a way that you were to move, like just touching your neck or touching your collarbone, like certain ways, or even touching your wrists or touching your hair. Again, these are micro movements. Don't overdo it because it will look so unnatural. This is something that you want to practice. It has to come naturally. It can't feel forced. It's just natural, flowy, feminine movements. These do come easier for me because I used to take ballet classes and jazz classes, like dance, since I was very little. I was a dancer, and so it was like you just learn to be graceful, right? And it's sort of like it becomes muscle memory, right? It like becomes ingrained in your body. But this is not to say that you can't learn these. Also, move slowly, slow down. Don't talk. And like sometimes I see people talking and they're so like loud and fast. It is just not like, it's not attractive to me. It like sort of overwhelms my nervous system sometimes. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I find it so much more soothing to listen to someone who talks a little bit slower and has like kind of lowered their voice versus someone who sounds like they just drank 10 cups of coffee. Oh my gosh, the next one is one of my favorites, and this is to naturally embody your Venus and dress like your Venus sign. This will make you so magnetic. So what am I talking about? So basically, when you look at how the planets were placed when you were born, you have Venus in a certain house and in a certain sign. So for example, I have Venus in the 8th house in Aquarius. So based on my Venus in Aquarius, so when you dress like your Venus sign, you will be the most magnetic. Guys, I have tried this ever since I dressed like my Aquarius sign and my Aquarius Venus sign. You can also incorporate your rising sign. Mine is Cancer, so mix those two, right? I get compliments so much based on what I'm wearing, and it's like the energy, it will look like this embodied goddess. right? It's not going to be like, you know how sometimes you wear certain clothes and it looks like the clothes are wearing you and not necessarily you are wearing the clothes. When you start to dress like your Venus sign, first of all, you will become so magnetic. People will notice you and you will just look like this radiant goddess. It's hard to explain because this is like the energy that you have naturally in you, right? So for example, Venus in Aquarius is very Aquarius is the water bearer. So anything that's like reminds you of like water, even like shimmery metallic. Aquarius is very forward thinking, it's rebellious, it breaks the rules, it's very cosmic. So if I were to want to embody my Venus and rising sign based on how I dress, I would think cosmic siren, right? So metallic, a little bit eccentric, but also like draped clothing, satin, shimmery, lots of whites, lots of navy blues, lots of pastel blues. And again, this is not something that is supposed to limit you, right? If it's going to be in Capricorn, you'll dress very like black, will suit you so well. Even this top, it's a little rebellious. The fabric isn't what you're used to. Plus it has these shimmery like rhinestones on it. That is very Aquarius. So what you can do is you go on Pinterest and you look up your Venus sign and you go on Pinterest and you type in like Aries fashion, for example, or Aquarius fashion, or Leo fashion, or Virgo fashion, Sagittarius fashion, right? If you're Aries Venus, you will want to incorporate a lot of reds, lots of fire energy. So this is just such an amazing way to naturally become more magnetic. The next one is lean more into your feminine energy, and this means pulling back. Stop trying to control everything, right? Let people come to you. Let the bee come to the honey. No longer pushing and hustling and trying and when's it gonna happen? When is this? When is that? No, you are just magnetic. Imagine like those people in the store, like you walk into a store and the lady just as soon as you walk in, you know she's trying to sell you something. You'll be like, that is such an off-putting energy. You don't want to be the lady in the store that is trying to run after you to sell you her new deodorant. That's just off-putting energy. Versus the luxury stores where you walk in and people sort of like, they're trained to sort of treat you like they're sort of better than you, because then you will want to prove yourself and you will feel like, okay, now I have to spend something to prove to these people that I can spend. It's a little bit of dark psychology, but you get the point here. So lean back. Don't always try to like force things. The next one, which is probably the easiest and fastest way to become more magnetic, is to listen to subliminals. You guys know I talk about subliminals all the time. I have a lot of subliminals on my channel, and I have one that is called the Goddess Subliminal, and this one will make you so magnetic. Be careful though, because you don't want to attract like people who are obsessed with you. I mean, I wouldn't want that. I mean, maybe you do you, but I personally don't want that, so it works. Also, I have my subliminal bundle linked down below. If you want my most successful subliminals, most popular best-selling subliminals, all in one bundle, ad-free, download them to your phone. I have linked that below as well. So the last thing that will have you become just absolutely so magnetic is to regulate your nervous system, because your stress speaks for itself. Like, it will show in your face, your cortisol will rise, it will show in your body, it will show in your energy, it will feel very tense. When your nervous system is regulated, you're grounded, you're embodied, people will be drawn to you like moths to a flame. There is something about someone who is just present, grounded. A lot of people, they're not here with their consciousness. They're in their head, they're worrying, they're distracted with social media. If you are someone who can show up and be present and grounded, and your nervous system is regulated and isn't in fight or flight, you are a unicorn in this world, and you will be so regulated. Not to mention, all the undoing of the trauma and how you will just reconnect with your body in such a deep level that you didn't even know was possible. Now, I have a masterclass on regulating your nervous system where I teach somatic experiencing. So somatic experiencing was founded by Peter Levine. Somatic experiencing helps your nervous system close the loops that you couldn't close when you were going through trauma. So basically, the body gets stuck in a trauma loop. When we do somatic experiencing, the trauma loop can stop. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about nervous system regulation. Please show me how regulating your nervous system through somatic experiencing, created by Peter Levine, can absolutely make you become more magnetic and heal your trauma.
Why regulating your nervous system equals magnetic power and the ultimate trauma alchemy. When we talk about magnetism, the kind that draws people in, holds their gaze, opens doors, and creates wealth, we're not talking about fake confidence or forced charisma. We're talking about deep nervous system safety. The kind of energetic presence that whispers to the world, I am safe, I am sovereign, I am fully here, come closer. That's exactly what Peter Levine's work, Somatic Experiencing SE, unlocks. 1. Trauma fragments, your magnetism. Trauma isn't just the event, it's what happens in your nervous system when you don't have the internal or external resources to complete the stress cycle. You freeze, you dissociate, you loop in fight or flight, you develop micro-defensive behaviors, people-pleasing, numbing, disappearing, performing. Your body starts to say, I'm not safe being seen, I need to control the outcome, I'll die if I slow down. Over time, your aura shrinks. Your energy becomes fragmented, unpredictable, guarded, and people pick up on it instantly, even if you're drop-dead beautiful or wildly talented. 2. Somatic experiencing heals at the root. Peter Levine discovered something powerful. Wild animals don't get PTSD because they complete the stress response by shaking, that discharging, trembling, and vocalizing. But we humans suppress that primal sacred intelligence. Somatic experiencing helps you thaw frozen trauma in the body without having to relive it cognitively. It's body-led, slow, and safe. This is why after a deep SE session, many people report clients come out of nowhere. People stare at you more. You speak slower but command more respect. Animals and babies gravitate to you. Opportunities land in your inbox like magic because you're no longer leaking energy through hypervigilance, control, or dysregulation. People are magnetized not by how hard you work, but by how deeply you inhabit your body, your moment, your truth. And somatic experiencing gives you the key to the castle, safety in your own skin.
ChatGPT summed it up perfectly. So to end this transmission, Regulate has changed the lives of so many of my clients. And in honor of this video, I will make it 50% off for a limited amount of time. So jump on this opportunity. I can promise you this work has changed my life. It has changed my life. It is so important, and it's also one of my clients' favorites, so I'll link it down below. That being said, if you want to embody your most magnetic self, comment this magical affirmation below. I am magnetic, I am powerful, my energy introduces me before I even speak. And watch this video next. This is the Goddess Subliminal that will have you become your most magnetic self and get the Regulated Masterclass. Seriously, it will change your life. We'll be 50% off for a few more weeks, so hop on it. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.